everyone, welcome to a new video. I have Preston and
the usual goobers.
Yes.
It's like third
Today
video.
we're going to be riding possibly the most unique operation in New Jersey Transit, because we're riding a Super Express from here to Spring Valley up the Hackensack Valley line, but it's a Super Express on a Sunday, which is kind of weird because Super Expresses should usually only be available on weekdays when there's more people traveling. But this is a weekend, and this specific Super Express is only available on the weekends. And Preston, what do you think about the Hackensack Valley line? Have you ever been on it?
A few times, yes, when I was trying to get something upstate. The frequency-wise, it's disgustingly terrible.
Yeah, the Hackensack Valley line is only catered to like traditional rush hour commuters, but there are off-peak trains, thankfully, unlike Montclair, Boonton. Alan, what do you think about the Hackensack?
Probably like 2 weeks ago on the first time, but it's a good line. The only thing I hate about the Spring Valley line is that Spring Valley is disgusting. It's garbage, littered, and everything else.
Another reason why I dislike it.
Blue, what do you think?
Yeah, we got the Conrail plush.
The Hackensack Valley line is a mostly single-track north-south commuter rail line spanning 31 miles from Hoboken, New Jersey to Spring Valley, New York. It is jointly operated with the Metro-North Railroad on their West of Hudson division. It takes commuters through Upper Bergen County and into Rockland County, New York, with available transfers to New Jersey Transit local buses and Transport of Rockland buses, along with available transfers to Hudson Link.
The best part about this, guys, is that we go express after Secaucus. And that's the best part. We go to Secaucus, and then the next stop's Pearl River. But yeah. What do you think about that, Preston?
I like express, but the frequency has to be better.
I can agree.
Okay, Alan is right about that, because after we hit up Secaucus, we skip every local stop in New Jersey, and our first stop is Pearl River, which is in New York, just north of the border. And after that, we run local for the last 3 stops into Spring Valley. Currently, there are only 2 round trips of these Super Express trains, 2 in the morning and 2 in the afternoon. We are currently on the first run of the afternoon, and since it's winter now, the next Super Express doesn't really leave until like 7 p.m., which is like way after dark.
Secaucus Junction is a major stop for all trains on the NJ Transit Rail network, providing available transfers to trains going towards New York, Suffern, Port Jervis, Dover, Raritan or Highbridge, MSU, Trenton, Long Branch, and of course, Spring Valley. It also has connections to the local shuttle routes along with 5 NJ Transit bus routes.
If you need local service between Secaucus and Pearl River, wait for the train that comes after us.
Before we actually go on our designated line, we run on the Bergen County line up to Secaucus Junction, which is where we split off towards Spring Valley. But before we split off, we saw some scenic views of the New Jersey Meadowlands. Also crossed over the Hackensack River over the H&HX drawbridge. As soon as we split off the Bergen County line, our ex-Penn Central diesel built in the late 60s speeds up through the town of Woodridge at 60 miles per hour.
Nice, look, we're going 90. We're going...
While we dart through Karlstadt, we find ourselves racing against Sunday traffic on Route 17. Our train slows down to maybe 40 or 50 miles an hour as we pass through Hackensack. And trust me, there's something interesting about this part of the line that'll show in a bit.
I really like this section of the Pascack because hi Alan.
Hi there.
I really like this section of the Pascack Valley line because it looks like we're street running even though we're not. We're separated by like a small wooden barrier of some sort that separates us from like the road and the tracks. I believe this road is actually called Railroad Avenue, and it's a hotspot along this line because of the amount of crossings.
Between Anderson Street Station and Newbridge Landing Stations lies a former train station called Fairmount Avenue that closed in 1983. It has been since turned into an ice cream shop called Cranberry Junction and has a pink and yellow appearance.
Hey Preston, what is your honest review of the Super Express so far?
I expected it to be a little bit faster than this, but still not too bad. There's not too much people though, which I'm kind of surprised about.
Well, yeah, it is a Sunday.
Yeah, I mean,
not a lot of people travel on Sundays.
Yeah, that's fair. True.
What about you, Alan? What do you think of the Super Express so far?
Oh, it's fun. Lou and me are hanging out there. I already took a nap, like a 2-minute nap, and it was really fun.
I'm jealous of people who live by the streets.
No, but they get to hear the horn like every single freaking moment.
That's gotta be annoying.
Except the dead hour. River Edge.
Oh yeah, River
Former
Edge.
station. Former building, actually.
That's a former station.
No, it's
Former
not.
building.
It's an active station.
Oh.
This may not seem fast, but for this line, it's the current speed limit because of the close proximity between stations, most likely, and because we literally run through the streets of several suburbs.
Kmart, this is what the Kmart was, right?
Yep, that's a former Kmart.
Reminds you of your childhood. R.I.P. Kmart. You
This low-key makes me really sad because there's no more Kmarts left.
The Pascack line is one of those commuter lines where the farther north you go, the better the scenery gets. By the time we reach Pearl River, it's not as scenic as some other lines, but it's scenic enough for the short distance. A highlight of this commuter line is passing the Woodcliff Lake Reservoir, as it is one of the most beautiful sites in Bergen County. It spans through portions of Hillsdale, Woodcliff Lake Township, and Park Ridge. It houses quite a few aquatic organism species, such as large and smallmouth bass, carp, pumpkin seed, and white perch fish. You can only fish in this reservoir if you have a valid license, though. Montvale is the last local station we pass through, and it's the second northernmost in the state. From here, we run local for the rest of the way as we pass over the state line.
Well, guys, we finally entered New York. How do you feel?
That was quick.
That was concerningly quick. He's right. What do you think?
It is, yeah.
That didn't feel like no 57 minutes.
It felt like 40 or 30.
It felt like 30, 40
Welcome
minutes at best.
to New York.
Pearl River is our first stop in New York and our third stop on this train. It is also served by Transport of Rockland's 92 bus from Spring Valley to Nyack. Pearl River actually used to be called Muddy Brook, and it was built by a guy named Julius Bronsdorf, who was actually filing a lawsuit against the Singer Company, which manufactured sewing machines. I don't know what for, but it's still interesting. The same guy also renamed the hamlet to Pearl River due to him finding pearls located in Hackensack River. Now for the big question. Why? Why are these trains only available on weekends? Well, this line sees less trains on the weekends rather than the weekdays, and on weekdays there's very sparse skip-stop and express service, likely due to the amount of trains going up and down the single-tracked line, and there's also an occasional local freight train operated by Norfolk Southern that goes up the line until around Emerson Station. I think these super expresses only run on the weekends because there's less traffic to worry about, and they have more room to run faster services, albeit a very small amount. More on that later. While waiting to cross into Nanuet, a local inbound passes us on a siding. It's safe to say Alan wasn't too happy about the locomotive. Nanuet is our penultimate stop. It actually used to be a major interchange point for commuters. Other than the current line we're on, 2 other branch lines serve Nanuet. The Piermont branch to Sparkill and the New City branch towards New City, New York. Both of these branches likely closed in the mid-60s or earlier. Not too sure though. Nanuet is still served by today's Pascack Valley Line along with Transport of Rockland's 59 and 93 buses, along with another connection to Rockland Coach's 11 bus.
I might actually make the biggest video, going to every single station in under 1 week.
I'm gonna be broke if I would do that. What station?
This is Nanuet, the second to last stop. This is the station where that...
Hey Alan, how do you feel about Nanuet Station?
Oh, it's wonderful. That one time when 2 weeks ago, some guy was on Spring Valley, he had no ticket, and then they threatened to call the cops, but he didn't get off on Nanuet, and then he didn't get off on any stop, and then the cops came and he got pulled out of the train. And I watched the entire thing.
Notice how there's barely anybody on this train.
Yeah. Alright, come on back. Alright, flip our seats back.
The approach to Spring Valley is by far my favorite and the most scenic part of the route, but that's just my opinion.
Thank you.
Oh my god, this does not feel good. Oh, we made it to Spring Valley. We made it to Wee Town.
Alright gentlemen, well we're at Spring Valley now.
Yeah.
But the bad news is the first train back isn't until 6 p.m. And it's only like 4:25 right now.
4:25, yeah.
We have like maybe an hour and a half to go explore.
And
So
guess what? It's gonna be dark by then.
it's gonna be like pitch black dark. So hopefully Spring Valley is a nicer town than we anticipated.
I don't know.
Look at this like pleasant little downtown. What do you guys think about this downtown?
It reminds me of Long Island. I am not impressed.
You're not impressed?
Nope.
Well, the
Stop
streets
honking, asshole.
the streets are fairly narrow for like a main shopping street.
Yeah.
But overall, this looks like a pleasant little town.
It does. It's like our second.
And plus, it's like right next to this. It's like right next to the station. Okay, I kind of changed my mind. This area of Spring Valley looks very decrepit and run down.
And disgusting.
I think the sky is what makes it look so depressing. This area of Spring Valley looks so depressing.
Okay.
And plus these narrow...
Look at this.
These
Modern houses, modern condos. Look at this.
yeah.
Gentrification.
This is a very, very, very narrow street.
Also, it's gonna snow tonight, just so you know.
Oh, really sick.
Look at all the modern.
As we walk through the extremely narrow and frankly kind of filthy suburban streets of Spring Valley, we found a single deli store, the first one we saw so far.
Hey, Alan and Preston. What are your honest thoughts in Spring Valley?
It's the hood. It's sketchy. It's like, what does this town remind you of?
It reminds me of Newark. That's what it reminds me of.
Oh, it is.
Oh, it is. It's snowing.
It's snowing. And here's the yard. Here it is.
Now imagine if they put another station here.
Since Spring Valley is the line's terminus station, we were actually a walkable distance from the nearby Woodbine Yard, which we could spot through a public grade crossing. We got the Jewish pizza. What do you think, Alan?
Yes. Wonderful. I'm kidding. It's wonderful.
What do you think, Preston?
I mean, nothing special. I mean, it's a classic slice anyway.
Does it literally taste no different from American pizza?
Nah.
Oh, because I thought.
It tastes the same, honestly.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I guess it's time to eat. So
We just had pizza.
we just had like amazing pizza. Shout out Shelly's Pizza.
This is like the second pizza. No, we had in P-Pack. We had whatchamacallit.
Here's the address, too.
In Avenel, we had Jersey Mike's. I mean Jersey Boys.
And then
in
we had in
P-Pack we had Don's Pizza.
And now we had this.
We had Shelly's Pizza. Shout out to them. I'll leave all the plugs somewhere on the screen. Amazing place, great people.
What do you think of it, Preston? Preston, what do you think of it?
It's gonna start raining pretty soon.
It's currently raining.
It's currently drizzling right now, so
we're headed back
as
to the
of
train
now,
station.
As of now, we're just gonna head back to the train station, and get ready for our ride home. Because right now it's like what 5:15.
It's 5:18.
It's like 5:20 around that.
Around the record filming time. For you guys, it's like whatever time. It's like the morning, evening, afternoon, whatever you're watching this.
Spring Valley is. I'm gonna say this now. It looks a little nicer at night. Just look at how like quaint this looks.
Valley is mid. It's not mid. Well, hey, not gonna lie, I like it. Also, that pizza place is all Jewish. Oh, fun fact.
Yeah. I feel like Spring Valley is one of those towns that just look way nicer at night than during the day. That was train 2119. That was the other northbound that was going to come in through here. Alright, so Spring Valley Station it has a lot to offer, but for one thing, of course the station building is locked up, even though I've been in there before.
How was it actually?
It smelled disgusting in there. There's 2 broken vending machines and a very mediocre restaurant.
I mean, at least it's accessible.
Yeah,
That's the only good thing. Let's go check it out.
There's a mini high accessible platform over there.
Let's go check it. My honest opinion about the station, it sucks. I've been to this station 2 weeks ago.
It's not that good. It's not that good. It's just mid.
Exactly.
At least there's bus connections to other
Nyack, Suffer, and yeah, you could actually go to Suffer from here.
Okay, so the weekday schedules of Spring Valley is not that great because it mostly caters to rush hour commuters. But the off-peak trains do operate at like an hourly frequency. In like the early stages of the rush hour, like it's all northbounds, but during the AM rush hour, it's all southbounds with like 2 northbounds.
There are dead hours. So
Like big dead hours, like from
Yeah,
3:54 to 9 o'clock.
which is what happened to me a while back. So I had to take the bus to White Plains and then take the Grand Central train.
It's multi-levels.
The last inbound to Hoboken from Spring Valley is at 3:54 p.m.
And it's
on
multi-levels.
weekdays. And if you missed that train, do what Preston just said. You can take the Hudson Link to places like North White Plains, Muncie, Tarrytown, Nyack, whatever.
All right, let's go explore the accessible
I gotta
parts.
appreciate Hudson Link, because if there were no buses like that, I am completely cooked.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guarantee you don't want to wait like 6 hours.
No, I do not.
So here's the accessible part of this station. It says no trespassing. Violators are prosecuted. Also, right over here, as you can see, people actually go through here. Like, this is like another part of the platform right over here. As you can see, look. Another part of the platform of Spring Valley.
Yeah, I never noticed that.
It's the accessible part. As you can see, there's the, what is it? I forgot what it's called.
A bridge? No.
Bridge,
That's a bridge plate.
bridge plate, thank you. I forgot the name. So the bridge plate is used, and it's actually a good seating. It's like the Port Jervis seating. It's like every single Metro North
Oh
seating.
yeah, bench review. How does it feel?
Better than Avenel.
Alright, let's my turn.
Okay, the big one versus small one.
Ooh, this is nice. This is nice, yeah.
All right, now it's my turn.
I got you. All right, ready?
All right, so honest review of the benches. They're nice. 6 out of 10.
This shot came out so awful, so I'm just gonna voice over it. Spring Valley is actually considered a transportation center due to the number of bus connections you can make. It's served by 3 Hudson Link bus routes, 2 Rockland Coaches bus routes, and 5 Transport of Rockland routes, which are listed on screen.
Pause this, guys, to read it.
Yeah, guys, if you want to learn more about the PVL timetables, if you're ever like planning to take a day trip here, you can like pause this and read the timetables.
It's the express, guys. Look at this.
Oh yeah.
21. Where's 21? It's 17. There he is.
On weekends, these are the 2 express trains I talked about, and it's 2 each way, 2 in the morning and 2 in the afternoon.
I love the express train. Let me be honest. This trip report was really good because of the express train. Like, this is the rarest thing we will ever see, ever. Right, Preston?
It's fun, yeah.
It's about 5:45, 5:50 in the evening. It's pitch black out. It's about 10 minutes until our train back. Spring Valley is probably a nice town from the internals, but from the stuff we've seen, it looks very dilapidated, and it's one of those towns that only looks pretty at night. Also, it's incredibly Jewish. I'm not saying that's bad or anything, but there's a lot of Jews here. I'm not saying that's bad. Anyway, Spring Valley is a really nice town. The station, however, needs to be worked on because the station building needs to be cleaned desperately. At least it's accessible, and frequency could also be worked on because as of today, only 25 trains serve Spring Valley on weekends, 12 northbounds and 13 southbounds. On weekends, there's like 30 or so trains a day, maybe even 40 if you're lucky. But yeah. Anyway, that's my honest take on Spring Valley. I hope the guys can agree.
Yeah, I could agree. He drove me in jail, so I'm pretty sad about that.
Alright, so we're on the train home now. Did you guys have a nice time?
It was a good time to kill time. We got there at 4:23 and it's 6 something.
It's like 6:10 around that.
Yeah,
so
we're going home.
yeah, we're going home.
Yeah.
Thanks.
It's a local train, not express.
It's gonna be painful.
So without further ado, we'd like to thank you so much for watching this video.
And we'll see you guys later. All the cougars. Bye.
Bye. Thanks for watching.